A minute for setup, and then we will continue on with today's first episode. Give me 1 second. You start about a minute to 2 minutes after I go live. Looks like Trinity. Looks like you're already in. Welcome, Trinity. Hey, Richard, welcome back. All right, we've got Trinity, we've got Richard. Welcome, welcome. We'll give it a minute and we'll get started. Just to make sure everything's set up. Good to see everyone. Hey, Javier, welcome. We'll get started in about a minute and a half, a little less, a little less. All right. Trinity, can't wait for tonight's game. Guess who's back? Trinity's back. Richard's back. Javier's back. I'm going to go ahead and start it right there. All right, and we do have 2 game shows tonight. What is it, Monday? 2 game shows tonight. 1 or 2 tomorrow. And then 1 or 2 Wednesday. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, Trinity, I hope you make the board too. You have not entered the Hall of Fame yet, but I do believe, didn't your mom, Ashley, enter last night? I think she was one of the last people to get a point on the show. I believe you invited your mom, and I thought so. Yeah, that was kind of cool. That was really cool. She came in pretty late, but she right at the end, she got her name on the board, which is awesome. Guys, we're going to start it off with a game of Guess That Balloon. You are only allowed 2 guesses per player. The first person to correctly guess what I'm making will get a point on the scoreboard. Oh, yeah, Trinity, happy birthday. I actually meant to do a birthday recording for anybody whose birthday it is. Oh, that popped. Oh, wrong one. I was going to do a birthday recording, but I guess I'll just sing it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You don't get an extra point, but happy birthday to you. And back onto the game. We're going to play another round against that balloon, or if we try to play the first round, right? First person to correctly guess what I'm making, we'll get a point on the scoreboard. Yeah, I was going to make that a recording with a couple extra sounds and put it on the soundboard. A lot of people come in here on their birthdays. Gonna have somebody celebrating. First person to correctly guess what I'm making. We're going to point on the scoreboard. Hey, Mike Tones, welcome back. All right, first person to correctly guess. It is Trinity's birthday. Yeah, gun is correct. Uh-oh, where did my thing go? There we go. Going to be correct. Got to add Mike to the scoreboard. Mike, welcome to the scoreboard. Of course, you're going as pink because you are in the Hall of Champions. Mike Tones. Hey, Richard, we do all streams all week long. Bro, I just appreciate when you guys pop. Some people just pop in, they say hi. You know? There's no obligation for you to be here. As long as you're here, you're having fun, that's cool. You got another stream tonight. If you're busy, you know, you Champion's got to rest. We're going to play one more round of Guess That Balloon. First person to correctly guess what I'm making, I'm going to point on the scoreboard. Only 2 guesses per players. Yeah. First person to correctly guess. Blowing up your mom's phone to get on. Dog would be correct. Well, you got some sharks on right now. That'd be... Oh, let me make sure I'm on live chat, not top chat. Oh, Mike Zone's got it right before Trinity, and I can't always pull up my screen. Another point for Mike. Blowing up your mom's phone to get on. It's funny. We're going to play another round of Guess That Balloon. The first person to correctly guess my balloon, the balloon that I'm making, in 2 guesses will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. I'm sorry, up to 1 point. No, Mike, you still have the high score of 61. All right, guys, it was a fast one. It's already done. Who's got it? Yeah, Mike, you still got the high score of 61 points. First person to... Hey, there we go. Trinity, first person to say Soren. All right, Trinity. Happy birthday. I do have to add your name to the scoreboard. Welcome to the scoreboard, Trinity. Let me give you your point. Add you to the scoreboard. Got to give you your point. You're currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. And Trinity, of course, the celebratory, since this is your first time getting a point on this game show. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, where once I add your name, you never leave. What a great birthday gift. And we're going to continue on. One more round of Guess That Balloon. One more round of, oops, that one popped. And this one's going to pop too, so it's out of my way. All right, stretch this puppy up. Yeah, guys, I don't think I'm going to be streaming Thursday. I will not be streaming Friday or Saturday, and I don't think I'll be streaming Sunday as well. Thursday's a maybe, Sunday's a maybe, Friday and Saturday are for sure no's. For sure no's. It's not a swan. That's your first guess. First person to correctly guess what I am making will get a point on the scoreboard. Small body, big trunk. What is it? Its nose is huge. Elephant would be correct. First person on my screen who said elephant would be Javier. Javier, welcome to the scoreboard. All right, we are going to play, and I did get several more games today. I don't think I'm going to introduce them today. I might introduce them tomorrow or early next week. I'm not sure. And I started writing. Started outlining 4 other games I plan on adding. So those won't be in for a little bit. Got to make sure they're nice and fattened. And I even bought a dictionary today while I'm on vacation. I'm going to read a lot of it to add to Blurt. All right, guys, we're going to play Tribond. We're going to play Tribond. Yeah, I'm excited to share them with you guys. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Hare, cottontail, bunny. Hare, cottontail, bunny. They are terms for rabbits. They are terms for rabbits. That is a point for Javier. of year 2. Trinity, you're currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. Hey, James Glenn. Welcome. This is a live game show where I host and keep score and you play. We're going to play another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. I do try not to do anything U.S. specific since most of my people are not here. All right. Continuing on another round of Tribon. First person tell me what a saber, a foil, and a cutlass have in common. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. A saber, a foil, and a cutlass. They are blades or swords. We are pretty... It's close enough. They are blades and swords. All right. James Glenn, welcome to the scoreboard. Got to add James real quick, guys. Give him this point. And James, it looks like this is the first time you've earned a point on this game show, which means congratulations. After the show, I'll be adding your name to the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. You only need 1 point ever earned on this game show. We have about 100, I think you're the 131st person to enter. Trinity entered today at 130. Continuing on to another round of Tribon, where I just lost the card. Doesn't matter. Got so many. We're going to continue on another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have blue, Swiss, American. Shiny is a funny answer. I didn't even read that. Shiny's a funny answer. Cheese is correct. Ashley Toll, welcome back. Welcome back. Your daughter entered the Hall of Fame today. Good birthday for her. Ashley, welcome to the scoreboard. You're already on the Hall of Fame. You had it last night, right at the end. Right at the end. See, this is why the 3 key components of this environment are fair, fun, and friendly. That because I've noticed people will bring their family, people bring their parents, people bring their spouses, people bring their brothers and sisters here. And that's why we keep it a fair, fun, and friendly environment. So anybody who's in a good mood can come and play. And if you're not in a good mood, we get you out of here. Well, you can be not in a good mood. You just have to be fair to other people. It's okay. You can have fun when you're not in a good mood. You just gotta be nice to everyone else. All right, we are going to continue on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Brake, clutch, gas. Brake, clutch, gas. Car is not specific enough before you say it. I said it a video. You guys, car is not specific enough. Brake, clutch, gas. Pedals. They are pedals. That is what was on here. Too many things could have fit in that category, so I wanted to be a little bit more specific with that one. First person on my screen who said pedals would be Richard Green. Richard, welcome to the scoreboard. Of course, Richard, you're being entered in as red because you are a former champion. We currently have almost everybody with 1 point. Javier 2, Mike Tones with 2. We have Trinity, James Glenn, and Ashley Toll currently tied for entering the Hall of Champions with 1 point each. We are way too early in to determine who's going to get it, though. Of course, that is not determined until 1 hour and 55 minutes into the stream, unless I had more time on the clock. I do try to avoid U.S.-specific questions. Continuing on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. I do need to turn up this light. Bull, hound, sheep. Bull, hound, sheep. They are types of dogs. They are. Gavin, welcome to the live game show where I host and keep score and you play. First person on my screen who said dog would be Richard Green. I'm pretty lenient on the answers, but we do have, you guys got to get really, really close. Sometimes I'll make a balloon animal and somebody will just say balloon as you're not technically wrong. We got to go a little bit more specific. Ooh, we're going to play another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common. We'll get points on the scoreboard. Solitaire, Old Maid, Rummy. I can give you guys a hint by showing my book about Solitaire. Cards is close enough. They are card games. Cards is close enough. I'm going to point to Javier. Where is my black marker? Javier, you're at 3, but you're already a former champion. Moving on to, we're actually going to play, we're going to play a round of Family Feud. Up to 5 points can be handed out to the players this round, okay? So, up to 5 points. You guys are allowed as many guesses as you would like. 1 guess per comment until I say done in the chat, and then I'm only accepting the answers above done on my screen. Up to 5 points can be handed out. Name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. Name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. As many guesses as you would like. 1 guess per comment. I think. If I see all the answers before the normal time, then I'll usually just stop the poll. Don't see them all, but can't go on forever, so I'll probably just stop it right there. All right, name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. Scrolling to the top, we have work is on here. That's a point for you, Ashley. Ashley, you currently are at 2 points. That means you took the lead and you're on the way to entering the Hall of Champions. Don't get comfortable. It's a long stream. Somebody could come in. Mike Tones, you said trouble. Traffic ticket was on here. I'm going to give it to you for saying trouble. The different games we play on here have different levels of lenience. Work was given. School by Javier. You're the first one to say school. School is on here. Did I give it out yet? Nope. Javier. 4. A wedding. Nope. It's funny. Ticket would have been close, but I already gave it out for trouble. I think there's only 2 things left on here. I'm going to read them out. Date and jury duty. If anybody said anything close to these. Above when I said done. Chores, hobbies, meeting. Date night. Oh, I do see date night. That is going to go to Javier. He's at 5. We have games, party, and dinner date. All right, we're going to continue on. Oh, James, glad you said you said work first. All right, give me a second here. All right, let me show you my chat. So how this works with the internet is if you guys say it very close to the same time in real life, you guys' messages have to go around the world, and so on both of your guys' screen, it will show all of you that you said it first. And we have to have some system of tie breaking, so we use my screen to break the ties. And I will get the messages first based on how they're sent. So, James, here's where you said work. Javier said work right above you. And then Ashley even said work here. This is when we were at the old one. And I did give the point to Ashley for saying work first. Because on my screen, we do have to have some system. I know it might not always be the most fair, but that is going to have to be the system for now. So we're going to continue on. I do try to be as fair as possible. And I do, when I have to check the scoreboard, I do take the time used on that and add it to the end of the show. All right, we're going to continue on. A few points were handed out there. We're going to play another round of Family Feud. Keeping it appropriate. We're going to play another round of Family Feud. 6 points can be handed out to the players. Name something the family takes turns using. Name something the family takes turns using. Hey, Daniel, I've been doing this today for 20 minutes and this stream for a couple weeks. Name something the family takes turns using. Up to 6 points can be handed out to the players. We'll go ahead and stop it right there. And we're going to see who got points, if anyone. All right, name something the family takes turns using. Phone. Phone is on here. That is a point for Ashley. You're at 3. TV. The TV / remote control is on here. That's a point for Javier. You're at, 6. Bathroom. Bathroom is on here. Ashley, that's another point for you. You're at 4. Toilet, bathroom, the same thing. Tissue. No. Shower. Bathroom's already on here. Let me see. The other one's not yet said. Let's see. TV said. Shower said. Car. Car is on here. That's a point for James. Do you believe you're the first person to say car? Yep. Couch. Not on here. All right. The other answers were soap and computer. Ah, nice. Been seeing you a bit lately. Awesome, Daniel. You're welcome to play. And anyone can play by commenting. It's a live game show where I host and keep score, and anybody who's comments plays. We also keep track of everything. We have 131 people who have ever earned a point on this game show. If you earn 1 point on this game show, you enter the Hall of Fame. If you get the most points in 1 2-hour stream and you're not already on the Hall of Champions, you enter the Hall of Champions. One person enters every single time. Yeah, we keep it a fun, friendly, fair environment for all. We try our hardest, and I owe the community a lot for upholding that. No, you're welcome to play anytime you'd like. I try to do it every day, almost every day of the week. We're gonna move on to another round of. Actually, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna play Blurt. Blurt is a fan favorite. I even bought a dictionary today just so I can extend to this game. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, and you guys can answer, you can tell me the word for either definition, only 1 word per comment. You can tell me the word for both, but in 2 comments. The first definition, a braid of hair that hangs from the back of the head. The second definition, a frame covered with wire mesh that is used in windows and doors to keep out insects. This Blurt is a little more strict than the other games. You must say the exact word. Plurals don't matter. I'm lenient with plurals. Or the word, you got to be extremely close. So if the word's father and you say dad, I don't count it. Oh, thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Amazing, friendly. I appreciate that. Ponytail is correct. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ponytail is not correct. It was called pigtail. I misread. I'm actually not going to give that point out, especially because I just read this screen, unless anybody said it first. My apologies on that. Screen is correct. Screen is correct. I'm not going to give the point out for pigtail because I said it before. Screen is correct. That is a point for Ashley. Ashley, you're at 5. My apologies on the mistake. Also, for anybody new here or returning, Blurt goes in 2 rounds. We do a blue round and a red round. Blue is supposed to be easier messages or easier words. Red's supposed to be a little bit of challenging words. We do a round of blue, round of red, round of blue, round of red. Continuing on to another round of Blurt. First person, this is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Yes, but if pigtail is a word and ponytail is a word, then they are different words. Go ahead and check, though. I don't have long hair, and I haven't. Ponytails is 1, pigtails is 2. All right, continuing on. This is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on this scoreboard. The first definition, a small stream. The second definition, a garment like a blanket with a hole in the center for the head. By the way, I did a quick Google search on that, and AI came up. It could be totally inaccurate. There's not a brook. Poncho is correct. The first definition repeated, a small stream. Creek would be correct. Awesome, Trinity. But she came in competing hard. All right. First person on my screen who said Poncho would be Mike Tones. Mike, you're at 4. First person to say Creek. Trinity, speaking of your mom, it would be your mom. Ashley said Creek. Ashley, you're at 6. Yeah, it's cool. We have a lot of friends who come in. We even have a couple couples. They come in and compete, and it's fun. Some people are just here to have fun. Some people are here to have fun and compete. Yeah, this is why I wanted to have a family environment with this game show. We're going to continue on another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a United States or Canadian coin worth 25 cents. The second definition: a long stick with a sponge or strands of yarn at the end for washing floors. Quarter would be correct. That's a point for Javier. You're at 7. Mop would be correct. That is a point for Ashley. I do try not to do U.S.-specific questions. Sometimes they do slip in. I know that's U.S. and Canada, but continuing on to another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: someone who likes to pick fights with or tease smaller and weaker people. The second definition: someone whose job is to patrol and guard a forest or park. Official account of Google. Seen you before. Keep up the good streams. Thank you. I appreciate that. Currently at the movies playing. Bully is correct. There's a point for Mike Tones. Where are you, Mike? Right there. 5. And Ranger is correct. Ranger is correct. That's a point for Javier. And also, we have a couple newer people in. If you guys ever think, and I do make mistakes even with the screen, if you guys ever think you said a word before somebody else, it does happen in Blurt, especially if somebody answers the second one before people start answering the first. Please let me know, and let me know the word you think you got first as well, or the answer you think you got first. It makes it a little bit easier and faster for me. Hey, Daniel, we have 2 suggestions from the players. If you can get on a computer, some people think it's faster on a computer. Also, I suggest if you're at home and you're on mobile data, Wi-Fi can tend to be faster. So, and also restarting your stream is another one I hear a lot too. So you can go ahead and try that. And I do stream twice today. I do try to stream multiple times a day. So maybe if you come back another time, you might have a better connection. I know even some of the regulars have to dip out sometimes. So we're going to move on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. You just had to close out and come back. That's fair. The first definition: the deep sound that a cow makes. The second definition: a small lever that is pulled by the finger to shoot a gun. This fireworks for the new sub. Moo would be correct. That would be a point for Javier. And trigger would be correct. That would be another point for Javier. We're going to play one more round of Blurt, and then we're going to switch it up a little bit. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a group of 3. The second definition: a thick soup made with clams or fish and vegetables. Trio is correct. That is a point for Ashley. Chowder is correct. That is a point for Javier. Ashley, you're at 8. Javier, you're at 11. But Javier's already a former champion, so Ashley, you're in the lead. All right, guys, we are going to play a round of Battleship. Please, regulars, do not start guessing yet. Actually, nobody start guessing yet. I would like to explain the game for anybody new. So Battleship is where I have 10 ships that, yes, I'm currently hiding right now because I forgot to between last stream. Battleship is where I have 10 ships hidden on my board. You guys have to guess where my ships are hidden. How you guess is you pair a letter between A and J with a number between 1 and 10. You're allowed 1 guess per comment, as many comments as you'd like. The 10 by 10 grid looks similar to this. The columns are numbered from left to right: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Rows are lettered top to bottom, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. You must pair a letter with a number. For example, you could say A1 or J10. Go ahead and begin. You're allowed as many guesses as you would like. As many guesses as you like. The first person to hit that part of the ship will go to points on the scoreboard. Up to 30 points can be handed out. Sure, Trinity, we can do password. We can. Up to 30 points can be handed out. You're welcome. And I'm only accepting the answers above when I said done. So we're going to go ahead and stop it right there. Oh, wrong sound. Got a bag of pegs. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and read off the answers. We have H1 hit. That is a point for Javier. A1 miss. H2 miss. B6 miss. H3 miss. J10 miss. G10. That is a hit. That is a point for Trinity. And I do show the board at the end. Where are you, Trinity? Right there. I do show the board at the end. You're at 2. H4 miss. A4 hit. That is a point for Richard Green. Where are you, Richard? Right there. Take them on marker. H5 miss. A2 miss. H6 miss. C6 miss. H7 miss. A3 hit. That is a point for Mike Tones. Mike, you're at 6. H8 miss. F5 miss. H9 miss. B2 miss. H4 miss. H10 hit. That is a point for Javier. A4 hit, but it was already a hit. I only give it to the first person who hits it. D7 miss. A1 miss. D3 miss. A5 last one hit. All other answers are after when I said done on my screen. That is a point for Mike Tones. Mike Tones, you're at 7. As per requested, we're going to play password next. All right, password is where... Oh, I'm going to need brighter light for that. Oh, I never turned that off. Password is where you guys have to guess my one-word password based off the clues and the hints that I give. However, this is the most strict game. This is the most strict game in here. Typos are not allowed. Capitalization does not matter. You must letter for letter have it correct. And I am very cautious about singularity and plurals. And so if I use it in a sentence, pay attention if that is a singular or a plural time it would be used. All right, so moving on to password. First person to correctly guess my one-word password will get a point on the scoreboard. If somebody invites me to their house, I am a blank at their house. When you are somewhere that guessed is correct, that is a point for Javier. That was a close one. Oh, Javier, you're at. Oh, man. Gotta get another marker. There we go. Javier, you're at 14. Continuing on to another round of password. This is where you guys have to guess my one-word password without any typos. If something is one of a kind, you would call it this. It's very opposite of when there's many of this. These are kind of rare. Unique is correct, Mike Tones. You did spell it right. I'll admit, there's a benefit to being on your phone right now. I gotta make your stripes a little bit easier for me to see with autocorrect. We're gonna move on to another password where I give the clues and hints to my one-word password. The first person to correctly guess it without any typos, capitalization does not matter. This is a good game to be on your phone. A blank is when you look back at a past experience that you've had. Memory is correct. I had to think about how to use that in a sentence without saying memories. Or that is a point for Trinity. Trinity, you're at 3. Moving on to another round of password. Ooh, that's a good one. First person to correctly guess my one-word password without any typos will get a point on the scoreboard. This is an invisible line that goes all the way around the Earth. That is the exact amount of distance from the North and the South Pole. Toilets north of this flush one way. Toilets south of this flush another way, the direction. The equator is correct. That is a point for Javier. Yeah, fun fact about toilets. If you're north of it, it spins one way. If you're south of the equator, it spins another. And if you have it right on the equator, the water actually just goes straight down. You can see videos of that too. It's pretty cool. All right, we are going to. Never knew. Yeah, it was cool when I found that out too. And no, nobody got banned. That is the sound I make when I silently ban somebody, but I saw the toilet. I just had to throw that in. All right. We're going to move on to another round of password. Password is where you guys have to guess my one-word password based off the clues and the hints that I give. Typos are not allowed. Capitalization does not matter. This is a baseball term when you hit the ball so good that you get to just go all the way around the circle or diamond. I'm so glad one of you guys got that. Javier, that's a point for you. You guys can tell I'm not a fan of baseball. I don't dislike it. I just had no clue what to say after that, so I'm really glad you guys got it. Javier, that's a point for you. I said circle, but I do remember it being a diamond. I like playing sports, but I don't really watch TV too much. Oh, I did these the other day, and I try not to repeat them too soon. Richard, you said you're not either. You're not a fan of sport. Richard, you're the one who requests will guess that sport so much. Unless you meant you're not a fan of baseball. There's a lot of sports I like to play. I don't really like to watch many of them, though. Looking for a good word. Oh, wow, I did this one. Oh, that's fair. So you meant the baseball. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Looking for another good word. You know, I did use that one the other day. Bummer. I hope I didn't grab the wrong stack. Maybe I just made one mistake there. All right. We're going to move on to another round of password. Passwords, where you guys have to guess my one-word password based off the clues and the hints that I give. First person to guess it correctly will get a point on the scoreboard. If you leave something behind, this is what it's called when you leave something behind, like let's say you just completely leave a house behind, or your car stuck on the side of the road, and you blank it. You Abandon's close. Abandon is correct. That was a really hard one to use in a sentence without saying abandoned. Abandon is a lot. Abandon. That's a tricky one. Okay, we're going to move on to another round of password where I give the clues and the hints to my one-word password. The first person to guess it correctly will get a point on the scoreboard. This is what you call somebody who's related to you. This is what you call a family member. Distant blank is a term. It's not cousin. No, I gave the point to Javier because it was abandoned and not abandoned. Sorry if I explained that one wrong. Relative would be correct. That one was tricky for me to... I'm sorry if I did that one wrong. Point for Javier. Point right in the middle, try to save space. We're going to do a few more rounds of password, and then we're going to move on to blurt. Now, our first password, we'll get a point on the scoreboard. This is the root, I believe. This is the root of a plant that is commonly used in foods, and the first time somebody eats this, they typically think they're having an allergic reaction. It's very common. Not a lot of people like it. It's got a weird, pungent, almost spicy taste to it. It's also a derogatory word for people with certain hair colors. Ginger would be correct. Or sometimes perceived as a derogatory word. All right. There's a point for Mike. We're going to move on to blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a powerful storm with very strong winds and heavy rains. The second definition: very small, loose grains of worn or crushed rock. Hurricane is correct. Typos are okay with this one. Let's wait for you, Javier. Nobody has it yet. Very small, loose grains of worn or crushed rock. I feel like if I give the hint out, then it'll give it away. So I'll give a couple more guesses, and then if nobody gets it, I will give a hint that'll give it away immediately. Sand is correct. I was going to say it's found at the beach. Beaches. Point for Richard Green. Got it. 4. Continuing on to another round of blurt. Blurt is where I give the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a small rodent with soft fur, large cheek pouches, and a short tail. The second definition: an informal kind of language that is especially vivid or lively and is always changing. Hamster is correct. We point for Javier. I know those animal ones are tricky because I would think it is not native. An informal kind of language that is especially vivid or lively and is always changing. These kind of blank words are always popular by young people. Slang would be correct. Javier, there's a point for you. Dialect is a good guess. Continuing on to another round of blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words, and the first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: yes, Trinity, you have 3 points. James Glenn has 2. Ashley Toll is in the lead with 8 for joining the Hall of Champions. Mike Tones, you have 9. Javier, you have 21. And Richard Green, you have 4. We're going to continue on to another round of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a hole dug into the ground to get water, oil, or gas. A firm, rounded, edible fruit with red, green, or yellow skin. You're welcome. Richard Green, looks like you called your mom to beat you, Trinity. Oh, man. With nice, friendly banter. Trinity, I'm glad you guys like it. Apple is correct. The first person to say apple would be Trinity. Catching up to that first place spot. And I actually don't see the correct word for the first one. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, there it is. Well, that's a spot for Mike Tones. It's cool. We have a lot of families, friends, and couples that come in here. It's very, very fun to see. Very fun to see the friendly competition between people. Hey, Barinator, welcome back. That was a good one. Welcome back, Barinator. We're going to move on to another round of Blurt, where we read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a piece of strong material that is stretched out to catch the wind and cause a boat to move. The second definition, an apartment located on the roof of a building. Bronny says he'll be around later. Awesome. We got a spicy in here later. I'm glad to see my mom on here, but I don't like what she's doing to me. That's funny. Sale is correct. That's a point for Javier. Hey, it's good to just, good to just keep the competition lighthearted and friendly. We have a lot of, we have a one couple in here who continuously comes back and compete with each other, and that's always fun to see. Nobody actually has this first. Oh, I did give it out for sale. Nobody has the second one. It was Penthouse. It was Penthouse. That's a point for Mike Tones. All right. Continuing on. We're going to move on to Tribond. And guys, I did get some more games today that I would like to add. Probably, if not this week, because I only have a few more streams this week, then next week for sure. Moving on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Wind, string, percussion. Wind, string, percussion. They are types of instruments. That's a point for Richard Green. Richard, you're at 5. Continuing on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. What the heck is this one? All right, we'll just go ahead and do it. No, we're going to skip it. Family friendly. Fun. First person to tell me what sprint, relay, and marathon have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. They are types of races. That is another point for, hey, Paki Rahu, welcome back. They are types of races. That is a point for Mike Tones. I do try to sift through the games before adding them on here to remove out anything American specific or potentially inappropriate or with bad influences. Sometimes things slip through and I have to sift through them in the moment. So I had to skip one of these, but that's okay. Also try to get the kid versions of games, like the Tribond one. This is actually the kids version. Ooh, we're going to read another one. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Orange, olive, redwood. Orange, olive, redwood. Hey, Zax, welcome back. Tree would be correct. They are a type of tree. That was a point for Meg. Welcome, Meg. Hey, Meg, welcome back. It looks like you're already on looks like you're already on the Hall of Fame. Meg, have you been here before? I know Meg is a common name. Either way, welcome to the scoreboard. Meg, is this your first time here, or are you coming back? I just want to check because Meg is. Yes, I thought you did because you're on the Hall of Fame already as number 71, meaning you're the 71st person to ever earn a point on this game show. We're currently at 131. I just wanted to check because Meg is a very short common name, so I had to see because if this was your first time, I'd have had to add you as well and give you your congratulations and welcome to the Hall of Fame. You don't got to thank me. You earned it. Anybody who earns a point on this show is there. I also have it to where I can search really fast if I don't know. What about Anissa? Yeah, Anissa's been popping in. I think she said she had a busy week this week. We're going to continue on. And welcome back, Meg, by the way. Welcome back. We're still going. It's going strong. Going good. We're going to move on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. Handheld, two-way, rear view. PETA. Handheld, two-way, rear view. Ah, yes, they are types of mirrors. They are types of mirrors. First person on my side. That's funny. Radio was in my mind when I first started reading it. Radio was. Hey, Zax, welcome to the scoreboard, Zax. Welcome back as well. So glad you guys are liking this. Got a couple more games to add in the next couple weeks, and I also have some games I'm working on that I'm making myself just for the stream. You should have listened to the whole thing. Some people do that. When some people start answering before I say the third thing, the answers are hilarious. It happens a lot with this game. My favorite part about this is, I like doing all of this. I love hosting it, but sometimes seeing your guys' answers really crack me up. All right, we're going to continue on. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. We're going to continue on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. A river, a pickup truck, a hospital. All three are throwing me off, even though I have the answer. A river, a pickup truck, a hospital. Oh, bed is correct. They all have beds. Oh, Meg, you got it. Mike Thomas is a close second. Meg, you're at 2 points. Oh, Zax, I forgot to give you your point. My apologies, my friend. That was a good one. How much time do we have before the break? We have about 3 minutes left until we take our halftime break. These streams are about 2 hours long with a 5-minute intermission in the middle. We're going to move on to another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: to move the body or parts of the body in time to music. The second definition: a bag filled with air or another gas. Yeah. Halftime soon already. It's going fast. Dance is correct. That's another point for Mike Tones. Ooh, almost used the wrong marker. A bag filled with air or another gas. I cannot believe it's called a bag. Balloon would be correct. I was really surprised it was called a bag. I don't know if I'd call it a bag, but... the air. That's a point for you. But then again, I guess I don't know the exact definition of the word bag. Continuing on to another round of Blurt, I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. We do have one more show tonight, 1 hour after this one ends. No, Trinity, I do them throughout the show as well. Like I always do it at the beginning, and I try to always do it at the beginning of the show and the beginning of coming back from break. It's been a little bit of a chaotic week for me, so I haven't been able to learn as many as I would have liked to. But we're going to play one more round of Blurt, and then we're going to move on to... Actually, I'll do one more round of Blurt, I'll do a balloon, and then we'll go on break. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. The first definition: a claim by a person that he or she was somewhere else when a crime was committed. Second definition: a unit for measuring land equal to 43,560 square feet or 4,840 square yards. Alibi is correct. That is a point for Baronator. Baronator, welcome to the scoreboard. That's okay. That wasn't correct. Acre is correct. That is a point for Javier. Where are you on the scoreboard, Javier? Javier, you're at 24. All right, we're going to do one round of Guess That Balloon, and then we're going to take our halftime 5-minute break. Also, for anybody here, I do every single game that you see played on this show and every single prop. There's an affiliate link in the description now. And if you guys purchase anything in the affiliate link, it's no extra cost to you, but I do get a little commission for it, and that's another way that can help the channel. I know a couple people were asking. Remember, only 2 guesses per player. Only 2 guesses per player. So all the props you see and all the games that you see are now available. So I know people were interested in games, and I had requested that they wait until I got the links. First person to correctly guess it, just to help out the channel, and you guys agreed, and I was really appreciative of that. A B is correct. Not that my face helps. Also, they work for many, many countries. So U.S., Canada, UK, Germany, Spain, a few other ones. Who's the first person to say B? That would be Richard Green. Richard, where are you? There we go. All right, guys. So I'm going to explain how the break works. This is about the halftime of the show where I go on a 5-minute break. When you work is for you. And I do keep a stopwatch on me, so that way I can respect everybody's time, and I try my absolute hardest to get back here exactly 5 minutes. I'm only late a couple of seconds late a couple times. We're gonna go ahead and start now. Hey, it's Shannon. I host the games and keep score while you play them by commenting. If you would like to support the channel and enter the Hall of Supporters, my Cash App is Shannon1742. My PayPal and Venmo are mindfuldiscovery@yahoo.com. These should be pinned in the comments. If you are interested in any of the games played on this show or the props used, I have affiliate links in the description. I earn a commission for each product bought at no extra cost to you. Another way you could show support is by purchasing my book, Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games. This is a book on learning the rules for 52 solitaire-type card games with various levels of difficulties, chance, and skill. I wrote detailed instructions for new and experienced players to be able to learn these games, along with setup pictures for examples. Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games is available on Amazon as a paperback book and on the Kindle store. It is also enrolled in the Kindle Unlimited program. We have a minute left in the break. Who will enter the Hall of Champions tonight? The 3 key principles for this game show. We want to be fair, we want to have fun, and we want to be friendly. I personally want to thank this community and everyone in the Hall of Fame for helping develop this positive game show experience. All right, we are back. Break is over. We do start it off a little bit light with Guess That Balloon. Hey, Ken, welcome back just in time. I think this is Ken's third, roughly. Welcome back. We just got back from the break. We're going to play a couple rounds of Guess That Balloon to let people come back in. Welcome back, Ken. First person to correctly guess what I'm making within 2 guesses. You're all allowed 2 guesses. Well, I guess you can say as many guesses as you want, but I'm only going to read your first 2. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. Ooh, it's a good one. I do, Ken. Unfortunately, I do. I stay up pretty late into the night working on this stream. Although I do have a family event coming up soon that I should probably be going to bed early for, so I can reset my schedule a little bit. I do have to reset my schedule a little bit. I prefer to not drink that stuff, though. I really do. It's not good for my mental health. Try coffee. It's actually the caffeine in general that's not good for my mental health. I just notice I'm a lot happier of a person when I don't have caffeine at all in my life. My anxiety's like 0 without caffeine, which is nice. And then my sleep is better. And then also I've noticed, because I've gone long periods without caffeine, very long periods in the past, and whenever I don't have caffeine, I wake up wide awake. I don't wake up tired, and the only times in my life I don't wake up tired are either when I don't have caffeine or I stop drinking caffeine 8 hours before I go to bed, 6 to 8 hours. All right, guys. These are scales. That might give it away. It is a dino. I think Panther's a good guess. I might have to write that down and try to learn it. First person on my screen who said dino would be Baronator. Baronator, you're at 2. I really should switch to coffee because, you know what, coffee would be a healthier alternative in the meantime instead of monsters, that's for sure. All right, we're going to play another round of Guess That Balloon. The first person to correctly guess what I am making will get a point on the scoreboard. Trinity. Oh, I do like to read the scores when I come back from break. I've been trying to build that habit, and there's a lot of habits I'm trying to build with this game show. I'm going to read the former champion scores first. Javier, you're at 24. Mike Tones, you're at 13. Richard Green, you're at 6. Baronator, you're at 2. Now, the scores of everybody else who's competing to enter the Hall of Champions, where one person will enter today's, 2 people enter today, one this stream, one next. Trinity, you're at 4. James Glenn, you're at 2. Ashley, you're at 8. Meg, you're at 2. Zach, you're at 1. I will have you guys know that even if somebody leaves, their score stays on the board till the end of the stream, unless I ban them. That is the only time somebody's score does not stay, is if I ban them. Which I do. That does not happen often. That's actually only happened one time where somebody got on here and then they got banned. Typically, people get banned before they even get on here. Playing a... Oh, dinosaur. Oh, Javier said dinosaur. Oh, Javier did say dinosaur. Javier did say dinosaur first. Thank you. Good catch. Transferring the point over. Got to be fair. Good catch. Javier, you're at 25. Continuing on to another round of Guess That Balloon. First person to correctly guess that balloon. This balloon will get a point on the scoreboard. Mike, I actually went to go get a P.O. box today. I went to go get a P.O. box today, and I got denied. I got denied due to the ID I brought, I guess, which is weird. So I had to bring other forms of ID. It's kind of weird, but alright guys, usually this helps when I start drawing the little polka dots on the neck. Very long neck. But Mike, I was thinking about, I know, dude, it was goofy. I even looked online before I went, and I didn't have the time to run back home because it was 15 minutes away from my house. I looked online and read what I was supposed to bring. It said 2 forms of ID. What they didn't say online was that I needed 1 form of ID that had a picture and 1 that didn't have a picture. So in my mind, I'm like, 2 forms of ID. I have a passport and a license, but that's not what they meant, and it wasn't clearly stated online, so that was kind of unfortunate. Mike Tones, I believe, though, that I can message you on Cash App where you sent me the donation, and I think I'm just going to send you my address because you've been a regular here. And I'm also going to be, I'm trying to move in a few months, and so I don't know if it's worth me. I thought it would have worked as well. They should mention things like that. I agree. Giraffe is the correct answer. First person who said giraffe would be Richard. But yeah, I'm also trying really hard to move this year, move out of my current situation, and I'm either moving. I'm not sure where I'm moving. Either California, depending on how a certain situation with that goes, or just another state in general that's a little less expensive and warmer. And I'm going to be doing one more Guess That Balloon. You guys have 2 guesses. So I don't know if it's a good idea for me to get a P.O. box right now, but I might just, if you want to send me the mic, we can figure something out on that. And I would appreciate it as well. We're going to move on to another round of Guess That Balloon. The first person to correctly guess this balloon will get a point on the scoreboard. And I always mess that one up when I do it. I'm not going to do that one. No, not going to do that one. Yeah, we'll figure it out, Mike. I really do appreciate you helping out with the stream. That's a big help. The only thing that I would ask for that is if it can be a Bluetooth mic, because my phone doesn't have an audio jack on it. So it would just have to be a Bluetooth mic that can connect to my phone, because this is a mobile stream. All right, guys, we have it right here. Try living in the UK. No, thank you. Yeah, and I did look into it as well. Snake is correct. I looked into it a little bit as well to see if I could even have it. You have the worst weather. Yeah, no, thank you. First person on my screen who said snake would be Javier. Yeah, I did look into it. There are Bluetooth wireless mics that I could pin to my shirt and stuff, and I could still connect it to my phone, and then I would just move my soundboard a little bit closer. Thank you, Mike, by the way. I do appreciate the support that you guys have been giving me the channel and playing the game, subscribing, and even, the different donations and purchases you guys have made. I really do appreciate it. We're going to move on to another round of Tribond. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common. Perfect. Thank you. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. What is this? The Incredible Hulk, the Wicked Witch of the West. Plants with chlorophyll. Green is correct. That's a point for Mike Tones. Yeah, something that yeah, as long as it's wireless, you know, it doesn't matter if it clips to my shirt or if I put it right here. It doesn't matter. It just has to be wireless because I would not have bought my phone had I realized it didn't have an audio jack. I thought that was a little goofy. Whew. This will be a fun one. We're going to play another round of Tribon. Thank you. I do appreciate it. We're going to play another round of Tribon. First person tell me what these three things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Proton, neutron, electron. Proton, sorry, not proton. Yes, atoms is correct. They are all part of an atom. It's a point for Baronator. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. The three things are French, Russian, Thousand Island. French, Russian, Thousand Island. Dressing is correct. They are salad dressings. There's a point for Javier. I thought that one would throw some people off if you guys didn't hear the third one. All right. We are going to play a round of Family Feud. Yeah, the third word's good. Guys, we're going to play a round of Family Feud. You are allowed as many guesses as you would like. One guess per comment. Up to 5 points can be handed out to the players. Name something specific everyone complains about. Name something specific everyone complains about. They are one-word answers for these. All right, Baronator will be here. All right, I think I saw almost all the answers, so we're going to go ahead and stop it right there. All right, only accepting the answers above when I said done. All the time. There we go. All right. I swear to God, Baronator, I'm so sorry. All the time you say you're going to leave, and then you just keep answering. I'm glad you like the show. Name something specific everyone complains about. Job. Work is on here. That is a point for Ashley. You're at 8. Oh, sorry, you're at 9. Work, as I already said. Life. Not on here. Traffic. That's a point for Mike Tones. You're at 15. Giving it out to traffic and work. Housework. Is chores on here or something like that? Nope. No. Noise, no. Significant other. Not on here. Work was already given out. Kids and bills. I'm going to... So I see bills was on here. So the three answers I have left are money, weather, and taxes. Money, weather, and taxes. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you for money. You're at 10. Dishes, spouse, doctors, prices, gas, and children. Nope. All right. The other two were not given out. We're going to move on to blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, the part of the body between the shoulder and the hand. The second definition, a strong metal container in which valuables are kept for protection. Arm is correct. That is a point for Javier. Safe is correct as of another point for Javier. Continuing on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a utensil shaped like a cone that narrows to a small open tube and is used to direct a substance such as a liquid into a container. The second definition: a number obtained as a result of addition. Funnel is correct. That is a point for Javier. It was a close one. Javier, you're at 30. Sum is correct. We'll go back a little bit, make sure nobody said it first. That's another point for Javier. Continuing on to another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: one of the 10 wooden clubs at which a ball is rolled in bowling. Second definition: someone whose work is putting in water pipes and repairing them. Pin is correct. I'm going to give it to Mike. I know he had a typo, but it was close enough. Plumber is correct. Gotta go. Oh, I'm in the wrong. There we go. First person who said plumber on my screen would be Mike again. Almost give the point to the wrong person. Moving on to another round of Blurt, where I give the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. First definition: a mass of tiny bubbles. The second definition: a small bouquet of flowers worn by a woman, usually at the shoulder. It is not soap. A mass of tiny bubbles is foam. That is a point for Javier. A small bouquet of flowers worn by a woman, usually at the shoulder. I think these are also common in weddings. I think you see these in weddings. Corsage is correct. So that'd be a point for Javier. Actually, you were a close second. All right, we're going to move on to another game. We are going to play Guess That Sport. How Guess That Sport works is I give you guys clues and hints to a sport, and the first person to tell me the correct sport will get a point on the scoreboard. I don't know if I would have spelled either. First person to guess the sport will get a point on the scoreboard. And if I say single player, that means it is 1 versus 1. If I play on a team, then yeah. Or it's either 1 versus, I'll just try to say it in the moment how it works. Ball, aim, focus. Could be a 1v1 or a team versus team. This is typically played indoor. I've never in my life seen it played outdoor. I am played on a table. Solids and stripes are the types of balls used in this sport. A triangular frame is used to organize the balls at the start of the game. Pool is correct. I would have also accepted the other name for it as well, billiards. That is a point for Javier. Javier, you're at 34. Pool. Yep. It's also known as billiards. Ball, aim, focus, was it? Stripes, solids played on a table. Billiards, and then pool is another word for billiards. We're going to play another round of Guess That Sport. Guess first person to. All right, Trinity, what is your question? I'm going to have the time at the end. Actually, why don't you go ahead and type? What got me started in doing this? Oh, this is going to be a long answer, so I'm going to go ahead and keep the time going. It's a long answer. I'm 27. I made my very first card game when I was 20 years old. I'm going to try to keep it as brief as possible. I made my very first card game when I was 20 years old, and at 20 years old, I knew I loved to make games, tabletop games, board games, card games, because it was the perfect challenge for my brain because I got to create things. It was my ultimate level of creation, and I also had to solve problems that I created. and trying to figure out how to make the games work. I love playing games. I love making them. And so I didn't fully commit to it till a couple of years ago. And there's been so many times. I mean, it even led to the creation of my first book. Games are my favorite way for me to use my brain, and it's my favorite thing to do. I've created a lot of games and stuff, and I mean, a lot of them are smaller things I sell online and stuff. I'm trying to do a lot of bigger things, and I even spent the last few years learning computer programming just so that way I could learn how to make video games. Although I'm not going that route anymore. And everything in my life I try, my main focus to revolve around making games. My long time career goals is I really want to just make games and write books. And then I discovered this where I can hopefully do this for a long time and then make games for the stream and hopefully have a way to be able to sell my games through my YouTube channel and things like that. And so it's been a really, 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 really long journey. It's been a really long journey of trial, error, starting other businesses, failing. And I always circle back to making games. It always, always, always comes back to making games for me, as it makes me the happiest that I have ever been. So yeah, that's what got me started. I'm gonna have 2 minutes on the clock. Yeah, the whole reason I even got into YouTube was so that way I could build up my original purpose for YouTube was so I could build up a marketing, like a fan base of people who like the stuff that I like to do like games and books and stuff. And then I started doing YouTube, and I'm like, oh wait, YouTube is its own thing and it's so fun. And so then I really just started doing YouTube because I just like it, and one thing led to another, and here we are. So awesome. I wish you the best of luck in that. I do. It's extremely fun. We're going to move on to another round of Guess That Sport. First person to correctly tell me what sport I am describing off of my clues and hints will get a point on the scoreboard. Buzzwords are aim, concentration, target. My equipment was first used in wars. Focus and accuracy are important skills to be good at this point. Sport involves athletes firing at targets with various firearms. These are really funny answers. The projectile is explosive, in a sense. I don't know how to get more hints without giving it away. Hey, Hannah. Welcome, Hannah. This was an Olympic sport. You can use, there's so many different types of this. Try to give more hints. Shooting was correct. I thought you guys would get it so fast. Shooting was correct. First person to say shooting on my screen would be Richard Green. All right. That's a point for you, Richard. Yeah, Trinity, I would encourage you to try to make games as well. I was so glad I discovered you trying things on YouTube as well, because it gives me, now I get to just create games and play them with you guys. I didn't create these ones, but there's other ones I'm creating just to share with you guys, and it's more rewarding for me to play games with people that I made than it is to even sell them to people I don't know, because I get to see the enjoyment. So it's cool. It's a win-win in so many ways. It's taken me a long time to get here, and I have so much further to go. We're going to play another round of, we're actually going to move on to Blurt. We're going to move on to Blurt. Can I repeat when I don't see the answer, because some of us have hearing problems? Absolutely, Mike. Hannah Bowler, welcome to the channel. This is a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. We're going to move on to a round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. All you have to do is tell me the word for either definition. 1 word per comment. 1 word per comment. The first definition: a baseball player who stands behind home plate to catch the ball thrown by the pitcher. The second definition: a short oar with a flat blade used to move and steer a canoe or other boat through water. Catcher is correct. Very cool concept. I'm glad you like it. On my screen, the first person to say catcher was Javier. Paddle is correct. Johnny Biz, welcome back, Johnny Biz. Hey, Just for Fun Fishing Mom, welcome back. Paddle is correct. That is a point for Javier. We're going to move on to another round of blurt. And guys, if I read the two definitions, if you don't know the word for the first one, you can just tell me the second one. If you know both, try to rattle them both off. Welcome back. We got a lot of regulars pouring in right now. Awesome. Hey, there's no reason to be sorry. You hop in and have fun whenever you want. We're going to continue on to another round of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a large, powerful tractor with a heavy metal blade in front. The second definition, a mineral that is a crystal form of carbon and is the hardest of all known substances. Diamond is correct. That is a point for Mike Tones. Bulldozer is correct. That is a point for Javier. Guys, we do go off of my screen for any tiebreakers as well. We do go off of my screen, and I can always pull up my screen if need be. All right. We are going to move on to... Nope, we're not going to do that one. We're going to move on to a round of Family Feud. Up to 6 points can be handed out to the players. No, we're not going to do that card either. Ooh. All right. We're going to move on to Family Feud. Up to 5 points, this card can be handed out to the players. You are allowed 1 guess per comment, as many comments as you would like, until I put done in the chat. Name something people should not leave in parked cars. 1 guess per comment, as many comments as you would like. Name something people should not leave in parked cars. All right, I think I see most, if not all, the answers, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. Sometimes when they're short, I try to let you guys get all the answers, but I do have to stop it. John, welcome to the channel. I have to stop it eventually, so you guys don't go infinitely. Where I'm only accepting answers above when I said done. Only accepting answers above when I said done. Let me scroll up a little bit. All right. Name something people should not leave in parked cars. Money/wallet is on one line. The first person to say money was Javier. Phone. Cell phone is on here. Trinity, that's another point for you. You're at 5. Keys. Keys on keys is on here. Javier, that's another point for you. Purse. Purse is not on here. Yeah. Wallet. Already said. Food. Should be on here, but it's not. Title. Yeah, you should not leave the title in here. Valuables is kind of already said. Keys was already given out. Hannah said dogs. Animals is on here. Hannah, I have to add you the scoreboard. Hannah, welcome to the scoreboard. You have to make sure I spell your name right, especially the very first time I add you to the scoreboard. You'll understand why in a second. Hannah, and it looks like this is your very first time earning a point on this game show, which means, congratulations, I will be adding your name to the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. I think you're the 132nd person to earn a point on this game show. If you earn at least 1 point on this game show, you enter the Hall of Fame, where you never leave. And whoever gets the most points in 1 2-hour stream who's not already in the Hall of Champions will be entered into the Hall of Champions. 1 person enters every single stream. All right, we have one more answer that has not been said yet. Kids, just for fun fishing mom. That goes to you. Welcome to the scoreboard. Do have to add your name real quick. And if you guys see pink or red or pink names on the scoreboard, they are former champions. All the blue or purple names are currently competing to enter the Hall of Champions. All of this stuff is reset between streams. We go ahead and give Just for Fun Fishing Mom the point. And we're going to continue on. That was all of the ones on here. Look at mine full discovery. Which one are you referring to? Which one are you referring to, Johnny? You said wallet? All right, give me 1 second. I do check. I do have to put the time on the end. Johnny, I'll go ahead and pop out my chat and show you. We do use my chat as a tiebreaker because since I am hosting, I'm getting the messages first, where it is a little skewed on your guys' screen. But we'll go ahead and check. I always do when you guys request. Johnny, here's where you said wallet. I should probably zoom in a little bit more for you guys. And I do have this time at the end of the show. Johnny, here's where you said wallet, but it's very close to the end of when I said done. So if I scroll up to the start of the round, bulldozer was the last round. Money was said here. And money and wallet were on one line. So I was giving it to the first person to say money or wallet for that round. And we do try to keep it as fair as we possibly can. So we're going to continue on. We are going to play another round of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, an animal that is related to wolves and foxes. The second definition, the center part of an ear of corn on which the kernels grow. Michael, you said fogs. I do believe that's a typo for dogs. I'm going to go ahead and give you the point. And cob is correct. First person who said cob would be Hannah. All right, that is a point for Hannah. Hannah, you're at 2 points. Michael, I do have to add you to the scoreboard. Welcome back, Michael, and welcome to the scoreboard for today's show. I'm going to put you in as Michael Beast because you're already in the Hall of Fame, so. We've got a couple brothers in here. We've got a mom and a daughter. I think Just for Fun Fishing mom that came in here without telling her husband, so that way she could try to beat his score. This is fun. Fun, friendly, fair environment is what we're building here. All right, we're going to continue on to another round of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a stick twirled by a drum major or majorette. The second definition, a long, narrow sled without runners. You left him out today. Baton is correct. That's funny. That is a point for Javier. It is not sleigh. This is a tough one. It is toboggan was correct. That is a point for Richard Green. And these are the dictionary definitions. And I did just buy a dictionary today. I'm going on vacation in a few days, and I will be bringing the dictionary with me, trying to read as much of it as I can to extend this game. Oh no, here he comes. We're going to play another round of blurt. Blurt is where the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. And the first definition, a tool that has a long handle with a straw bristles or a brush at one end used for sweeping. The second definition, letters and packages sent and received through a postal system. Hey, Evan Lane, welcome back. Good to see you back. Broom is correct. That is a point for Evan Lane. Mail is correct. The first person on my screen who said mail would be Just for Fun Fishing Mom. I'm going to give you your point first and then Evan Lane. Hey, Evan, welcome to the scoreboard. I have to add you to the scoreboard. Make sure I spell your name right. Welcome to the scoreboard, Evan. And Evan, it looks like I remember you came in last night at the end of the show, but it looks like this is the first time you're earning a point on this scoreboard, which means congratulations. I will be entering your name into the Hall of Fame. Once you enter, you never leave. We have currently a little over 130 people in there. You guys are numbered by when you entered. You only need 1 point to enter. Hey, Just for Fun Fishing, welcome. We're going to move on to another round of blurt where I will give the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. Just so you guys know, we have about half an hour left in the stream, a little bit less than half an hour to announce the winner. And then I have one more show tonight, an hour after this one ends. Continuing on to Blurt, the first definition. A large hairy spider whose bite is painful but not seriously poisonous, the second definition. A fungus used in baking bread, brewing beer, and for other purposes. Tarantula would be correct. That is a point for Just for Fun Fishing. Welcome to the scoreboard, Just for Fun Fishing. You are entered as pink since you're a former champion. Oops, I had a balloon pop. Yeast is correct. Just for Fun Fishing. Let me give you your point. First person on my screen who said yeast would be Just for Fun Fishing, Mom. You're at 3. I'm going to read the scores real quick. I read the former champion scores first since they're not competing into the Hall of Champions. They're already in it. Mike Tones, you have 18. Javier, you have 40. Richard Green, you have 9. Baronator, you have 2. Amongst everybody else who's competing and enter the Hall of Champions, one person enters every stream. Trinity, you have 5. Evan Lane, you have 1. James Glenn, 2. Ashley Tall, 10. Meg, 2. Zax, 1. Hannah Bowler, 2. Jeff Mom, 3. Michael B, I forgot to give you your point, but you have 1. The scores are reset between streams. We're going to play a round of Tribond. Did I say Jeff Mom again? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I shorthanded it for J4FF_mom. I'm so sorry, I called you Jeff Mom again. We're going to continue on to another round of Tribond. I meant to say Just for Fun Fishing, Mom. We're going to move on to another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. The first person to tell me what pug, boxer, and beagle have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Yeah, PC would definitely help. They are breeds of dogs. Mike Tones, I will give that point to you. Typos are okay in almost every single game except for 1, and that's password. We'll move on to password soon. We're going to play another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. The nucleus, the centrioles, and the vacuoles. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce these. Okay, thankfully somebody got it, so I didn't have to reread it. They are parts of the cell. That's a point for Javier. Oh, it's been a long time since I took science. All right, we're going to play another round of Tribond. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. King, queen, twin. King, queen, twin. Bed is correct. King, queen, twin. They are bed sizes. First person on my screen who said bed would be Trinity. Trinity, you're at 6 points. You're at 6 points. We have about a little under 20 minutes before the winner is announced. We're going to move on to another round. Actually, we're going to switch it up, and we're going to play Battleship. Please don't start guessing until you hear the ding, ding, ding. How Battleship works is I have a bunch of ships hidden on my 10x10 grid, my Battleship board. This Battleship board is in a 10x10 grid. Let me show you guys what it looks like. To play Battleship, you are allowed as many guesses as you would like before I hit done. You must pair a letter with a number. In the 10x10 grid, the columns are numbered from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The rows are lettered top to bottom, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. You must pair a letter with a number. For example, you could say A1 or J10 or anything in between those. You're allowed as many guesses as you want until I hit done. 1 guess per comment. Go ahead and begin. Many points can be handed out to the players. You must be the first person to hit that spot on the ship to get the point. Dank Rose, welcome back. Got a lot of regulars in. Won't be getting... Oh, we have so many people. I'm going to have to keep that one somewhat short. Many guesses as you would like. Keep going. All right. Done. I am only accepting the answers above when I said done. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm only accepting the answers above when I said done, just to keep it at a fair length. Let me scroll up and see what we have. First person in that part of the ship. This is our second round of Battleship. This game, the Battleship does reset between streams. B1, miss. J3, miss. B2, miss. C4, hit. Where are my pegs? That is a point for Dank Rose. Hey, Dank Rose, welcome back. Welcome back, Dank Rose. I do have to add you to the scoreboard. Dank Rose, you are entered into the scoreboard as pink since you are a former champion. Welcome to the scoreboard for today. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Continuing on from there. E5, miss. B7, miss. H5. I got a peg blocking. Miss. B3, miss. G10, hit, but it was already a hit. A5, hit, but it was already a hit. E6, that is a hit. That is a point for Ashley. Ashley, you're at 11. E10, that is a hit. That is a point for Baronator. Baronator, you're at 3. B4, miss. J1, miss. A1, miss. J6, miss. C5, that's a hit. That's another point for Dank Rose. Dank Rose, you're at 2. C2, miss. H10, hit, but it was already a hit. C10, miss. G2, miss. A7, hit. That is a point for Michael B. Mike, you're at 2. Michael, you're at 2. Continuing on. G1, hit. That is a point for Just for Fun Fishing Mom. You're at 4. C3, hit and sunk. There's nothing extra rewarded for a sink, but I do let you guys know that is a point for Javier. All right, Javier, where are you up here? Oh my God, you're at too many to count right now. Sorry. Continuing on, I will let you know in a second. J2, miss. D10, miss. G4, that is a hit. That is a point for Just for Fun Fishing. Continuing on, C6, miss. E5, miss. F8, miss. F8 again, miss. A3, hit, but it was already a hit. C4, hit, but it was already a hit. C8, that is a hit. Where's my bag of pegs? Give me 1 second. C8 was a hit. Who got that point? That'd be Hannah. Hannah, you're at 3. Oh, my marker. Come on, bad timing for my marker. Give me 1 second. I have a plethora of them. Hannah, you are at 3. Continuing on. D5, miss. J8, miss. J9, miss. D5, miss. D2, hit. That is a point for Javier. I do like to read you guys' scores when I give you a point. Javier, you have so many and the lighting's dark. I will read it as soon as this game is over. K6, K is invalid. We just do A through J. C7, miss. A10, miss. D3, miss. A4, hit, but it was already a hit. J8, miss. C10, miss. R7 is invalid. We go A through J. D4, Miss, and I'm not reading any more. They're all below when I said done. Javier, I will read your score. Javier, you have 43. Sorry, it's hard to read in the red lighting, so I had to wait on that one. All right, there was a lot of points given out there. Trinity said you're going to get off, but you're going to be on at 9. Johnny, you said R7. We only accept A, B, C, D, E, F, J. Yep. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Wow, I just did the alphabet wrong. How old is Shannon? I am 27. We are going to continue. How old? Yeah, I did mess up the alphabet. That's okay. I have to sing it an ungodly amount of times. I'm not going to lie. I do a lot of things in alphabetical order on many of my documents. It is the most annoying thing I have to sing over and over again as a 27-year-old man. And to the point where I'm not even joking, I really want it written on my laptop from left to right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, just because I have to sing it so many times that it is my least favorite song. Continuing on to another round of Blurt. Where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: an African animal that is related to the horse and is marked with black and whitish stripes. The second definition: a small sweet cake, usually flat. Zebra is correct. That is a point for Mike Tones. Anyone say nobody said the next one. I'll reread it. A small sweet cake, usually flat. This is... Cookie is correct. Cookie is correct. I can't believe it's considered a cake at the time of this writing. First person to say cookie would be Javier. Continuing on to another round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. To breathe out, the second definition: to act romantic in a playful manner. It's a biscuit. Exhale, that is a point for Tank Rose. I guess, yeah, we are in different parts of the world. Even biscuit makes more sense than cake. Flirt is correct. That is a point for Javier. Javier, you're at 45. Guys, we have about 10 minutes left in the gameplay. I will be doing one more show tonight. I try to do shows every day, or at least 6 days out of the week. If you guys would like to subscribe to see when I come back, I know a lot of you are subscribed. We have a couple new players in here. I try to do game shows every day of the week if I can. Multiple shows on many of the days. All right. We're going to continue on to another round of Tribond. Tribond is the first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. Yellow, spicy brown, Dijon. Thanks, Johnny. Mustard is correct. That is a point for Ashley. Ooh, I have to move that over so I can keep track of that a little bit better. There we go. Moving on to another round of Tribond, where I read 3 things, and the first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Liver, heart, lung. And we do play a variety of games on this show, even throughout one single stream. I do try to add new organs is correct. Hey, Rob, welcome back. That'd be a point for Mike Tones. Continuing on to another round of Tribond. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. The first person to tell me what heading, dribbling, and juggling have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Rob, welcome back. We're at the end, near the end of this one. I'll give you guys a hint. They're terms in a specific sport. They are terms in a specific sport. The correct answer was soccer, but I will accept football as well, since it's just a different, since we're the only country that calls it soccer. You've Rob. I'm going to go ahead and give the point to you. I do try to be mindful of most of my audience is not from the U.S. You've Rob. Welcome to the scoreboard. Welcome to the scoreboard. You've Rob. Oops, I messed that up. Give me 1 second there. Good to have you back. Go ahead and give you your point. We're going to move on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. With about 6 minutes left. I am not Tony Hawk. First person to tell me what tomato, vegetable, and French onion have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. First person on your phone, nice. Soup is correct. That is a point for Javier. We have about 5 minutes left. I just checked. We have about 5 minutes left until I announce who will be entering the Hall of Champions. All right, we're going to play another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Slacks, corduroys, trousers. Slacks, corduroys, trousers. Pants is correct. They are terms for pants. Javier was first on my screen. Man, that was a close one. You guys all just... Also, currently the highest score on this stream is held by Mike Tones at 61 points. Ooh. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common, I'll get a point. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. Mark, Frank, peso. Mark, Frank, peso. Money would be correct. They are forms of money. I don't know if I pronounced Frank right. It's a point for Dank Rose. You're at 4. Whoa, this is going to be a fun one. We're going to play another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point. A typewriter, a locksmith, a piano. A typewriter, a locksmith, a piano. Keys is correct. It is a point for Ashley. Like you're a close second. Where are you, Ashley? Right here. Ashley, you're at 13. Currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. All right, we're going to move on to a round of blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. You're allowed 1 guess per comment, as many comments as you would like. If you don't know the word for the first one, you can just answer the second one. Moving on to another round of blurt. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. A day on which people do not work, often in celebration of an important event. The second definition. An injury that leaves a bluish or blackish mark on the skin but does not break the skin. Holiday would be correct. That is a point for Javier. A bruise is correct. There was a lot of answers, so I have to go back and make sure I see who said it first on my screen. That would be another point for Ashley. You're at 14. We have 3 minutes left. We're going to move on to another round of blurt. 3 minutes left, and then we're going to I'm going to take an hour break and then get back on on a new stream where everything's reset, scoreboard's reset, new opportunity to enter the Hall of Champions. Moving on to another round of blurt, where I give the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a furry, active animal with long arms and legs that are used for climbing. The second definition, a pig, especially a fully grown pig raised for meat. Monkey is correct, so that is a point for Javier. A pig, especially a fully grown pig raised for meat. Hog would be correct, that is a point for Ashley. You're at 15. Continuing on to another round of blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a warm covering for the hand that has one section for the 4 fingers and another for the thumb. The second definition, have a good one, Mike. A group of singers that perform together, often in a church. I think when you said you got to cook, you were waving by. I will be back in an hour. Mitten is correct. Choir is correct. First person on my screen who said mitten would be Javier. Javier, you're at 50. First person to say choir would be Ashley. You're at 16. How much time do we have left? We have about a minute. Yep, we have a minute left. We're going to do another round of blurt. First person to tell me the dictionary definition of either word will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, someone who is skilled in performing on a trapeze, walking a tightrope, and tumbling. The second definition, the path that a heavenly body takes as it moves around another heavenly body. It is not a gymnast. Someone who is skilled in performing on a trapeze, walking a tightrope, and tumbling. The path that a heavenly body takes as it moves around another heavenly body. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, acrobat. I see acrobat was said. Acrobat is the correct. And orbit is correct. Who's the first person on my screen who said acrobat would be Michael B. First person on my screen who said orbit would be Javier. All right, guys, that is officially time. I did add the extra time to the timer. I did use about 3 minutes to explain some things. So it's officially an hour and 58 minutes into the stream. I do end at an hour 55. I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner. The high score remains with Mike Tones. Mike Tones, your high score was not beaten. It was close, but it was not beaten. And amongst the champions, I'm going to read the scores of the champions, and I'll read the scores of everyone else. Mike Tones had 21. Javier had 51. Richard Green had 9. Baronator had 3. Dank Rose had 4. Just for Fun Fishing had 2. Now, to read off the scores and announce the winner and the new champion. We have Trinity has 6. Happy birthday, by the way. Evan Lane has 1. James Glenn has 2. Meg has 2. Zach has 1. You've Rob 1. Hannah Bowler 3. Just for Fun Fishing Mom 4. Michael B 3. And now to announce the new champion who are entering the Hall of Champions, coming in first place with 16 points, would be Ashley Toll. Congratulations, Ashley Toll. You are the new champion. You'll be entering the Hall of Champions. And whoever just subscribed, this firework is for you. Ashley Toll, congratulations. No need to thank me. You earned it. You earned it. I will be updating the Hall of Fame in between streams. I will also be updating the Hall of Champions. Ashley Toll, congratulations. Your name will now be displayed in the Hall of Champions on the next stream. Good job, good job. Welcome to the Hall of Champions. Now your name will be going up here as red or pink. I don't know what color it shows up for you guys. Good job. Congratulations. Guys, I have one more stream that I will be doing tonight, 56 minutes from now. 56 minutes from now, we will be doing one more stream. I'm currently at 499 subscribers, so the next firework will be my 500 subscriber. That is exciting. Chef Mom, congratulations, you awesome name. What's up, Johnny? It's her fault for inviting you. Trinity, your mom entered the Hall of Champions with 16 points. You're going to have to come back and compete. Hey, just for fun fishing, have a good night. I hope to see you in the next one. I am not Tony Hawk. Ashley Tall, congratulations. I will be adding your name. We've got a few more people who will be entering the Hall of Fame for the first time. Looks like Trinity, you're entering the Hall of Fame today on your birthday. James, Glenn, I think you were... Nope, you're going to be entering as well. Meg, you were already here, entered. Zax was already entered. Hannah Bowler, I believe it's your first time. Michael B., you were here the other day. Hannah, you'll be entered. Evan Lane, you'll also be entered. And I do check. Oh, thank you, whoever just subscribed. You are my 500th subscriber. This firework is for you. And we have another celebratory sound. We just hit 500. I'm going to do another firework. Thank you. Yeah, see you guys at 9. I am in Central Time. We have 54 minutes until the next stream. 54 minutes until the second and last stream of the night. Second and last stream of the night. I do try to do this at least 6 days a week, and some days are multiple times a day. Mike Tones, Bronny wasn't upset about me getting past this high score. His win is mine. Awesome. You guys sound like really good friends. I like that. I like that. I like that. Awesome, guys. This has been fun as always. That's a good milestone for sure. Short period of time. Let's go, Shan. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that. You're not going to let Just for Fun Fishing get on so you can beat his score? That's funny. Oh, man. Oh, man. I love this community, you guys. This is really awesome. All right, guys, I got to let you go. I have to reset the studio. I've got a lot of things to reset, a lot of things to update, and then I have to make sure that I am ready in 53 minutes from now. And just so you guys know, I do try to start or open the stream 5 minutes before the stream starts. So if you come in and you're waiting, hey, Shiro, welcome. Keep grinding. Thank you. Welcome, Shiro. This is a live game show where I host and keep score, and you play. We have another one starting in 52 minutes. We just finished this one. Hey, Dollar, welcome back. You're just at the end of this one. We got one more tonight. 52 minutes from now. One more tonight, 52 minutes from now. Where one more person will enter the Hall of Champions. Shiro, thanks. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it there. I've got to reset the studio, and I will be back in 52 minutes after I take my break and reset everything. Oh, man, sorry about the balloon pop. Oops. Thank you guys so much again for playing. Thanks for another great game show.